Hey everybody, Chef P here, episode 10, Tips Tuesday. Grab your water, grab your drink, grab your beer, grab your coffee, whatever you're drinking. Let's get in the kitchen. Okay, so this week I got 3 good tips for you. One's a little longer, but it's because it's that type of season. First tip, salad dressings. Get yourself a regular 500ml mason jar. That way you're only dirtying a measuring cup once. Fill probably about a cup of oil in here. Mark it with a permanent marker, write oil, and then take 1/3 of a cup of vinegar. Doesn't matter what vinegar it is. Pour it on top, mark, and write vinegar. And then every time all you have to do is fill the oil to there and vinegar hits the line. Then add whatever seasonings you want, shake it up, and you're good to go. Add a little bit of mustard. This has grainy mustard in it and a little bit of garlic. It's just balsamic vinegar. We put it on salads. We do whatever. A little bit of red wine vinegar and a bit of olive oil. Delicious. Balsamic. Delicious. Really any vinegar or any oil. Try not to do the harsh oils like sesame oil. And vinegar would be really tasty. But you could make any mix of oil as well. As long as you get up to your oil line and then your vinegar line, you're good to go. Salt and pepper, you can shake it. It'll split. Just keep shaking it. You're good to go. Really quick in the summer times, especially when you just grab a bag of lettuce and want a salad. Second tip, citrus. It's that time of year. Everybody has drinks. They always like to have a little bit of fresh lemon or fresh lime. I just happen to have some limes. Here's Cinco de Mayo. Son had some Coronas. Second tip, citrus. Lemons, limes, oranges. It's that time of year. Cinco de Mayo was the other week, so we have some limes that we were throwing in some beer. After rubbing it on the counter to break up the skin on the inside, you're going to cut it in half. And there are some cool tips for juicing. If you can't just squeeze the juice out or have an actual lemon rimmer, you can use a fork. You can use an egg beater from a mixer or a hand mixer. We'll get all the juice out of one side. And then if you had the pointy tongs, I just happen to only have canning tongs. You can dig right in there. Really anything that has like an edge that you can get all the way around and break that skin up is perfect. Put it into a little bowl, and then you don't want the seeds, you don't want some of the pulp. That's fine. Don't waste coffee filter. Don't waste paper towel. Get your little tea thing, hold it over whatever you're going to pour it into, and pour it in. And if you're going to pour it into then it's perfect because you're going to get most of it in there. If you don't have a strainer, this is invaluable. I use it for way more than just tea because I actually find that tea slips out. I have tea steeper for a reason. Quick tip number 3. If you're going to be grilling meat, you're going to be making rubs and marinades and everything else, get the most expensive container you possibly can to put the meat in and make your marinade. I'm kidding. I actually use, this one is a Ziploc, but I can tell you I use the dollar store or whichever cheap bag I could find. I take this, I make the rub I'm going to use or the rub I already make because I make my rub in bulk and store it in one of the large mason jars. Large mason jars. And then I can mix it in this without dirtying a bowl and a whole bunch of other measuring stuff. You can just dump it in. Then I can throw my meat in, shake it around. Obviously this is the medium bag and I would be using the large freezer bag of any one. Once again, it doesn't have to be Ziploc, it can be any. Shake it around and then I can take this out to the barbecue and I don't have to worry if it's a plate or a bag. I just open it, take it out, and if I really don't want my hands to be dirty, grab my trusty tongs and pull the meat out and put it on the grill. Great way to not have to worry about 1,000 dishes while trying to make some quick meat to throw on the barbecue. Also great if you're gonna like get home and you want to make some meat, some hamburger, and you get spices already mixed up. Throw your hamburger in the big bag, mix it up. That way you're not getting your hands all dirty. And you just pull out, mash it, throw it on the grill. Rather than made it. Clean hands all the time. Just always clean your hands though. You really should. This is Chef P, episode 10. I'm really surprised I've done this for at least 10 episodes. Glad you're sticking around. If you like the video, like it. Let me know in the comments below what things you'd like help with, or I'm gonna start cooking this week actually. Doing it for work, it's gonna be amazing. I got a lot of great tips coming up for that. Just let me know what you need help with in the kitchen. I have lots of experience. It's just I gotta have to start cooking because I'm running out of just basic little tips. So like, subscribe, share, do whatever you need to do. Chef P, Tips Tuesday, episode 10. See you next week. You thought I'd forgot about it. I didn't. My choice of the week, don't bother reading this. I'll link it below, but it really doesn't matter. This book is invaluable only because I own a pressure cooker. This one I got at Costco, but any pressure cookbook that also converts to slow cooker, because you can kind of go between the two. This one happens to have a few tips on how to go between the two. I'll do that because I want to do a whole episode on my Instapot and my slow cooker because they're great to have, especially during the winter time. Or like yesterday when I made ribs in 45 minutes that they fall off the bone. What I want you to do is go to your local bookstore and buy a cookbook and just try one or two of the things in this. And especially anybody that follows me on the ship, what else are you going to do? Order a book off Amazon. I know that's not local. Don't do that to me. You're in lockdown. Should have prepared for it. Get a cookbook and just try some of the recipes that are in it. Get a family member to drop one off. They can throw it from the curb. It's like the Paperboy Nintendo throwback. Just get a cookbook and try a couple of the recipes out of it. Especially if you can get like a barbecue cookbook, or a good one is sides, because I find a lot of people just make potato or rice or pasta to go with all of their other food when there are many other things out there. And that's one of my videos coming up. I'm going to cook farro. I'm going to cook some polenta. I'm going to cook some risotto. Things that are... Risotto is a technique. I see you people saying, but it's rice. It's not rice. It's a technique. Same with pilaf. Look it up. I'll do an episode on it. Don't worry. Just get a cookbook. This one happens to just be one I like and happened to be at Costco when I was going through and had some information that's really good. Pick up a cookbook, make a recipe. If you have problems with it, message me, comment right here, and tell me so I can help. Chef P, episode 10. Get a book, start cooking. See you next week.